have 10 seconds left. You have 5 seconds left. Radiant team banned. Shadow Fiend. You have 10 seconds left. You have 5 seconds left. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. You have 10 seconds left. Radiant team ban. You have 10 seconds left. Dire team ban. You have 10 seconds left. You have 5 seconds left. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
Winter Wyvern.
You have 10 seconds left. You have 5 seconds left. Radiant team pick. Treant Protector. You have 10 seconds left. You have 5 seconds left. Dire team pick. Night Stalker. You have 10 seconds left. You have 5 seconds left. Radiant team banned. Terror Blade. You have 10 seconds left. You have 5 seconds left. Dire team banned. Radiant team banned. Dire team banned. You have 10 seconds left. You have 5 seconds left. Radiant team, pick. You have 10 seconds left. You have 5 seconds left. Dire team pick.
Storm Spirit.
You have 10 seconds left. You have 5 seconds left. Choose your hero.
And run into his lane and kill him, but Storm and Night Stalker, especially with the vision, pretty good at killing him.
Are you ready?
However, on the flip side, Nigma Galaxy has a bunch of signature heroes, like literally all 5 of these. I guess you could say Kuro doesn't really have any signature heroes because he plays everything.
Oh, he does?
But Mind Control Beastmaster, that's a classic. RMN Batrider mid, more of a traditional mid, also something that he's really well known for. GH on his Willow, and then iLTW on Terrorblade. So they're just all on specialty heroes. So it's going to be a lot harder of a game, I think, for Tickles, just based on comfort for Team Nigma Galaxy.
Okay. and you think that Nigma Galaxy with this lineup is going to be able to do a better job at dealing with Team Tickles probably trying to play at the pace as they did in game 1.
Yeah, I think so. I think Nigma Galaxy can be the ones that are dictating the pace this game, especially with Beastmaster.
Yeah.
And if RMN can get off to a good start, it's the bat is not exactly answered. I mean, it's not like the perfect bat game by any means, but there's no purge to take off the bat, you know, the stacks. So he's going to be doing a ton of damage. He's got a pretty good lane against like either Storm or SF. Obviously now we know that it's going to be a Storm mid, but he has a good lane. So yeah, RMN, I think his game's going to look a lot better this time around.
Let's see if we get any actions around the runes here. My control wants to grab this.
The battle begins.
Won't be able to do so. See Celery heading straight for him. See over in the river. GH was able to take that before Ace got his hands over towards it. So, all in all, maybe Nigma Galaxy getting the advantage on the bounties.
And Ace TB top. I thought maybe there's going to be some like lane swapping stuff, which would have been a little weird, but this makes sense. Bot lane, they Treant Protector plus Shadow Fiend will do fairly well against the boars. You have this big tanky frontlining guy, and then a hero who can raise up those boards. Although he started a presence. What's going on mid here?
I mean, how does this mid? Because this is a mid that's a little tough for the Storm early on, right?
You know, I personally feel like Batrider should do fairly well in this lane. You can kill Storm level 3, level 4, especially if you get in early boots.
Yeah.
Storm can't do much about it. However, I have heard mid laners say that Storm really enjoys the free stick charges and that it's actually quite Storm favored, which is interesting. It's like it's one of those things that it can go either way. I think the bat has a high chance of like killing the Storm, but if Storm can get past and get level 6,
sure,
then Storm can kill the bat.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, we'll see how these early levels go. Let's see what happens on these side lanes. iLTW taking quite a beating here from Ace, and also once the levels are there, Topher and Ace will have some pretty significant burst in the lane to threaten the Terrorblade. Kuro's going to have to do his best job to try and bail iLTW out if he gets gone upon, which isn't going to be too easy to do as a Wyvern.
Snapfire is just about one of the only few heroes that you can pair with the Night Stalker where there's actually a significant amount of kill threat in the lane, like pre-Night.
Yeah.
Just because of the combined nukes and the high base damage that Night Stalker has. You can kill Kuro if he's out of position, for example.
Yeah, as we see it, Tofu more than happy to trade with Kuroki. And they've got to be, yeah, iLTW's got to be very cautious. That level 2, level 3. You definitely expect to see Team Tickles to try and pounce. Seeing mid lane, quite the difference in CS. 12 for 3 on Boom against the 4 last hits of RMN. Boom he's crushing it.
Yeah, this kind of goes in line with what I've personally heard from mid laners lately talking about this matchup, because it is a fairly common one that you see in pubs. Batrider, so incredibly nerfed in the early game since his old days where like he was the strongest level 2 timing hero in the game. Now he really needs like level 4 with boots, and then all of a sudden you're really strong. But that window does close fairly quickly, especially with the addition of these like easy camps that are right next to the mid lane. Storm can just go farm those.
See how things are going on in the safe lane, and the Dracho, Cross Treads, Mask of Madness, and as far as I'm aware, right, the safe lane, Shadow Fiend, you don't get any point in raises, right?
I've seen people go 1 point in raise, maybe like 2 value points, but yeah, it's generally trending towards the Necromastery and Presence.
Yeah.
And you'd think like, oh, well, you know, why don't you farm stacks with raise? Well, actually, with the raw right-click damage, you can farm stacks, especially with the Mask of Madness for the lifesteal.
Now mid lane, RMN is gonna fall pretty low here. Boom, is he able to get the one more hit off? Not quite. RMN is away, but definitely seeing the threat of Boom, and the fact that Boom is able to do this pre-6 is definitely a little spooky for RMN in this mid matchup.
Yeah, I mean, Boom is just one of the highest individual skill mid laners in the league. I mean, like, Viking GG has always relied on his mid laning prowess. It's like whenever they would lose, maybe they'd make some bad decisions, like in the mid to late game or something, but the guy would never lose mid, and so being a stand-in support player against a real mid laner who's good at winning lane is rough.
We'll see bottom Dracho. gonna get run down here. I get the Shadow Realm hit off, but weren't quite able to catch him with the Brambles there. GH didn't quite have the reach. So Will managed to walk away there from the Chaser, buying control on his balls.
Down here, Celery, he went 2 points in Leech Seed because they really want to go for kills in this lane, even without the raise.
Soon trying to run down mind control there with the right clicks, but the Curse Crown will put a stop to the chase. Still seeing Nigma Galaxy very much struggling to trade with them. Top lane trying to bully Ace away from this. I mean, so far on this top, Ace has been doing a grand job. 29 and 9 against the 19 and 4. It's not an easy lane for RTW to free farm him.
No, it gets even harder in 15 seconds when it turns to nighttime. Ace is going to have his boots. He's got his double bracer, so he's basically immortal up here, and it's going to be night. And this guy right clicks for 100 damage.
Has been slain.
I'm looking for, yeah, I think they're about to make a move.
Absolutely, as soon as that nighttime hits, I'm going to go in onto Kuroki. And with the blast, they'll have the damage to get the kill. First blood for Sophie. So RTW will try and punch back with the Metamorphosis, but not enough damage, and now Ace could go back in upon him, and with the backup of Boom, they're going to have the damage. Big zip across from Boom. Has the setup to take down RTW. I mean, it was almost as if Nigma Galaxy, they just sort of lost track of the time. They weren't prepared for that hit to come as soon as nighttime landed.
Yeah, I think the cookie definitely like extends things a bit, where you feel like you're kind of in position to run into the tower against Night Stalker, but with the cookie and the fact that he's got the 2 bracers, so he's tanky enough to dive if he wanted, I can see why Kuro felt safe there. I really like the rotation from Boom going towards top. I mean, that was awesome. Like, he didn't really have that much mana, and he wasn't coming from Fountain. That was from mid. But it's just like, my Night Stalker is doing well. It's nighttime, and this is a Terrorblade. Like, I'm going to shut him down early and just make it so that this guy has to go jungle.
Kuro poking around the River Rune here to try and secure things for Iron Man, but they're not going to get lucky with the RNG. It's down bottom. Boom should be able to head over and take this. Celery has to do a good job of guarding this. So Boom will have a DD room ready for the next play if the chance does appear.
Denied.
Top lane, struggles really do continue for RTW. As Ace, level 6 against RTW's level 4 now in the lane.
Yeah, no points in silence on Night Stalker. Just went for Void for that damage against the TB. Magic damage. Much better against his high armor. Celery wrapping around. Just kind of chill, though. SF doesn't really have that much kill threat when he's going for this build.
I'm going to try and make the go onto him. Bit of protection here with the living armor. Campbell does connect. Dracho still trying to run from the two of them. He's actually now going to be able to try and turn towards GH, but Shadow Realm is up. They get the kill. As Nigma Galaxy forced out Dracho from the lane. They're going to try for Celery as well. Not quite enough to take him down, but they get the big kill. They get that safe lane SF. Top lane. At the same time, the dive coming in. Boom brings down Kuroki as well as RTW's Courier. A little on the mana, but he's actually got just enough to drag back iLTW. The Void hits there as well. Lasso used to try and hold back Boom. iLTW does go down. Same to be said for Boom. There's a lot of chaos there on the top lane. Course dying left, right, center.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I think that probably favors Team Tickles. And this, you know, free pick off on GH, sure. But this top engagement definitely favors Team Tickles, because while that was happening, there's actually a catapult that was hitting that top tower. So they got it to about less than 50% HP just by diving.
Yeah, and it's we're seeing sort of iLTW's game just getting hugely shaken up here in these early moments. He has got quite the recovery to do as he really is beginning to slip back. I mean, he's in the bottom half of the net worth right now.
Yeah, you know your game is kind of tough when you have to go for a Band of Elven Skin. You know, Treads Rush. You can't even build like the strength item.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Because it's like, I'm not going to get to the full Treads.
It's gonna take him some time, but he's in the safety of his jungle, at least for now. They do have the ward down, so Team Tickles will be keeping good information on RTW's progress. Dracho himself also heading over towards the neutrals. So GH trying to be a nuisance, him from feeling too safe in his own jungle.
Well, if both teams are farming, I mean, I would almost always favor the team that has Terrorblade free farming. Maybe this is just because I haven't seen the safe lane SF as much as I've seen Terrorblade, but I do feel like TB flash runs faster than almost any carry in the game, so I do think the pressure is on Team Tickles to make a move and kill the TB, and it looks like that's exactly how they feel too.
Dyer's
they can
top
find him.
tower is under
RTW.
attack.
He senses something's up and backs off at the perfect time there. They've got the ward down, so we'll know when Boom and Tofu are making those sort of plays. Tofu will do his job here, taking away that vision, so next time round, iLTW most likely to be as safe.
There is little it
Start
can
stepping
do.
things up themselves though now, Nigma Galaxy, with RMN having the bots on its way out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The bots will be a big timing because I think Night Stalker, especially when it's daytime, he's very susceptible to just being that hero that's sitting in a lane, kind of like, hey guys, like wait for my ulti, you know, wait for nighttime. Like I'm just gonna farm this lane. Like you can't do that against Batrider, right? And Trade Protector also a hero that does that, literally doing it right now. You just sit in the lane, push it out, armor the tower, like delay the game. Batrider loves playing against these sorts of heroes, just free kills.
Celery. Quick easy pick here for Nigma Galaxy as well as the tower. On the mid lane, Ace trying to dive in for GH. Shadow round comes to an end. That means Boom can zip in, close up upon GH with the Vortex. They'll get the kill and they'll start to back off now, wary that Nigma Galaxy are coming in with the TPs that they have. Boom. Came in at the ready though for the next fight. Iron Man still thinking about poking back in on this. Same thing. Mind controls. He's heading over. This will put the night time. They'll bounce him off to safety. As they were a little threatened there by the sticky napalm stacking up and the threat of mind control in his role. Mid lane, Kuroki caught out as they zip straight back in and out. Boom gets in for the kill, gets away. Another free pick there for Team Tickles.
I love playing this Storm Night Stalker combo. I mean, for me personally, I'm usually the Night Stalker in the combo, but it's so nice because you give all of this vision. It's not even about the nukes and the silences paired. Like that stuff is pretty cool, but it's more that like you give Storm this massive amount of vision and he can see like, is there a hero actually behind this one that I want to pick off? No? Okay, well, I'm going to go for it. It just gives you these like guaranteed pickoffs that really not many other heroes in the game can do that for Storm.
And with these sort of pickoffs, Boom's on track for timing on the Orchid. You see still at the moment just 1k in it. The fact that across the board, the 3 cores of Team Tickles doing very, very well, equally as well. But over on the side of Nigma Galaxy, still a bit of recovery needed to be made by iLTW and RMN. Mind Control still in a very strong position himself. We'll see what he's able to get done with that power. Top lane, RMN attempting to get aggressive onto Ace, but the counterplay is there. Boom zips forward and RMN has to back off. No chance to continue the attempt onto Ace. Anki here, and of course with the backup of the living armor, it's never going to be easy for RMN to make these quick picks.
I like that from Nigma Galaxy though. To me, that looked like a fairly obvious like fake out. They didn't have a Batrider lasso there, and they knew that it was close to tower, so they're just like, let's make space for iLTW by running at Night Stalker and making it look like we're going to go on him. They force the TPs and then they just back off. And it's little things like that that keep you in the game and then give your carry some time to hit their item. And now with lasso, you get the kill. No TPs as well.
And this time round, Ace should certainly be dead. Quick grab from RMN. GH will get the job done. They are smoked up. Boom's looking for mind control. Start things off with a pullback. The kids are coming in. They'll easily have the damage to take him down. Does want the Raw. Plus will not save his life there, so a dead Beastmaster and Raw not available.
You can see exactly why Storm. Oh, just pops it. Yeah, get out of here. Fair. You can see exactly why Storm is so good against Beastmaster, because you smoke into him, the moment the smoke breaks, you just zip at like whatever angle the smoke broke from. And then you're guaranteed to catch him, and Beast can never reward you because the cast animation on it is so long that you can just zip between every hit, and he's never ever gonna roar you. And with the Snapfire too, it's so much damage. Like these heroes can two-man smoke and kill the Beastmaster. So even though he was the highest net worth on Beast, it just doesn't matter against these heroes. No boots either. So if this man gets gone on, he's taking them with him and dying, or just dying.
The passiveness continues, and something that iLTW is more than happy with is the Terrorblade. Fair bit of time now. He's been able to get his game back on.
Radiant's top
The
tower
items
is
out,
under
Falcon Blade
attack.
into the Yasha.
Shall encroach no more.
He's going straight BKB after the Yasha. Like, usually you'll see, you know, Scotty, maybe Dragonlance, something like that, but no, he's just like, we're gonna need to fight. They have a ton of magic damage. There's absolutely no way we're gonna be able to fight unless I have 2 dispels for the tree root, you know, get the man to get that BKB.
They want to try and catch this Terror Blade, of
Radiant's
course.
top
Team
tower
Tickles.
is under attack. It
They're
shall
on their way
encroach
over.
no more.
She's going to look to try and settle for Mind Control on the bottom lane. Mind Control's playing it pretty safe. Pretty far back here. We'll see if they can catch him with the remainder of this smoke.
This is a pretty cool smoke.
They know he's in it.
Yeah, they know. This is it.
And yeah, boom. He's going to be able to target him straight away. Into the trees he goes, hits the angle perfectly. Mind Control caught out.
Yeah, that is an interesting smoke because you go for the TB through the triangle, and if you don't catch him, you just wrap around on the Beastmaster. So it's kind of a smoke for both heroes.
We'll see how then go for the pick-off onto Ace in return. Doesn't look like the rest of Team Tickles want to take that fight. They'll let him fall. Boom is healing up on the mana front. In fact, he's ready to go back in, straight over towards the Wyvern. The setup for the kisses coming. Actually missing some of these kisses if the target's changed, but that's all right. Boom's ready to zip back in, finish off the kill. Looks like they were just trying their best to set up for more there. Tofu trying to get a reach onto GH as well, but GH will escape.
Yeah, he kind of trusted that Boom was going to zip and get the kill, so he was just going for the back lines. Any potential rotations in, or maybe some extra kills, which is a cool call.
No, it was. It worked out. See what they can get here mid. The tier 1 tower very low at the moment. Unlikely that Nigma Galaxy can do too much to hold against the right click of Dracho. They'll try to deny, they won't get it. As Team Tickles take the tower, Ace. Look at towards GH, knowing they can play aggressively whilst there is no lasso in play.
I know it's a small thing, but I like that positioning a lot from Ace there in that little engagement near the tower where he like ran in front, but he was not necessary for tower damage because SF does a lot of right click damage. So he just ran in front of the SF, but not close enough to the tower where he's just gonna feed. Just being his bodyguard a little bit. Because you don't want your SF to get gone on.
Dracho's been having a pretty clean game of the way that his teammates have been able to surround him and back him up when he does turn up for objectives. He's only died the once, he's top net worth. Ace on the hunt, Zara Man and GH are forced back.
Huh, nobody's in, I mean, Storm's not in range, so...
He's gonna go for it, it's a big zip. He's in range now, big zip straight up underneath the trees. They find GH.
I did not take into consideration that Arcane Rune. This man is always in range.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Now they've got a huge amount of hunting potential, especially with the Orchid done on Boom. The map is not a safe space when Ace and Boom are on the
Top
prowl.
tower is under attack. It fights for its
Celery
life.
just living life down here too. He's just chilling, farming up a storm. He's loving life.
TP's coming in. Let's see if they can maybe do something about RTW getting some space down here. But RTW's got backup. The whole of Nigma Galaxy starting to sweep into this bottom half of the map, into Tickles jungle. Actually going to look to find some action. Ready with the smoke. They don't quite have GH with them, but he's making his way down. Looks like they're a little cautious about actually finding any action over anything. This smoke is just to allow RTW to safely disengage and get back to his own triangle.
They're looking for the hero that's going to come push out the mid wave, because GH just ulted it, so... And then when he ults it, you'd think that, okay, well, there's no smoke happening right now, because why would the Willow be, like, ulting mid? So this might work.
For Tofu, not quite able to get an easy catch onto him, and now the turnaround's there. The Fear puts a stop to the kisses, but already a lot of damage done to the backlines as Dracho just charges in with his BKB. Raw used by Mind Control, but Boom's still got mana to play with as he pulls back the Beastmaster, brings down a second. Team Tickles stands strong side by side, and Nigma Galaxy unable to break into them cleanly whilst Team Tickles are underneath their tower.
Illusion.
Duraccio having the BKB there is because he actually disassembled the Dragonlance into the BKB. And so I really love that call to like, okay, I can be greedy and I could, you know, save the Dragonlance and farm a little bit faster and just play for a later timing. But he sees this fight happening, so he's like, screw it, I'm going to disassemble this. I'm going to form the BKB right now. He left that option open to him so that he could walk in and do what he just did in that fight.
We'll see it again here. I mean, they tried for the start off, but RMN and GH, they couldn't quite get an easy setup on the Tofu. Sure, the fear stops the kisses, but they still have to run. The Shadow Fiend charging at the back lines. Mind control left alone. There's nothing to be capitalized off with that roar. And now for the next time around, Boom, we'll have the Aegis. 4K lead now, Team Tickles. Once again, 19 minutes in, taking charge of the game.
Bottom tower is fading fast.
Boom is opting to go for the BKB as well after his Kaya. So he's not building into a full Bloodstone. He's not building into Kaya and Sange. He's just like, all right, I'm going to take this little efficient mana regen from the Kaya and then, you know, build into the safer item, which is going to protect me from everybody on Nigma Galaxy other than basically the TB. Not even the TB can't sunder you whenever you're BKB'd. So it's definitely the more disciplined play to build that instead of these, you know, 3-year Bloodstone item.
Oh, Boom. Managed to find him as well. I remember trying to cut the creep wave. TP out, not going to get him to safety as the Vortex was there. RMN going down and getting tipped here by the Tickles.
So it's not nighttime, but there is Dark Ascension. He's going to have to use it right now.
He's thinking of trying to get an aggressive with this ace. He has got the rest of the team handing over. Boom with a big zip straight over towards the wide and gets the pullback. The fear will be there to try and save Kuroki, but it's not going to be enough. As he's beaten down by Duraccio. Ace just charging him right over towards the tier 4s. They're over towards iLTW as well. BKB will soon come to an end. iLTW looking for a sunder opportunity, but there's no one really to sunder as Ace is also so low. So iLTW is going to have to walk back to the base here.
Does Boom go for it? He's got an arcane. No, he's not going to be.
He was a little tempted.
He was. You could tell he was.
He could have. I mean, it would have been a big play. He may have just got away with it. I guess Mind Control did have a roar, so there's always going to be the risk.
And there's the question of like, well, you know, you're just kind of already winning anyway. You really need to go for that. Maybe for the style points.
It would not have been a good play, but it would have been a good play.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm with you 100%.
16 for 6. They certainly are winning right now. 8K lead, Team Tickles. And they're looking very solid once again here in this series. Both games, it's just looked
stupendous.
It's just looked very well organized by them. Top lane, Tofu will get picked off. And the rest of Team Tickles are back to the safety of their half of the map. Nigma Galaxy won't be able to catch anyone else.
Yet they farmed out a lot of the map on Team Tickles, and so Nigma Galaxy says, okay, well, there's no farm left, so let's try to turn this into more.
They need a big catch here. Coming in with a smoke, Duraccio would be the target, but they're not going to catch wind of him. Even if they did, they'd have to be quick. BKB is ready to pop. They want to go for the dive. We'll see how quick Duraccio's reactions are going to be. There's underneath the tower. He's going to put the BKB, turn and fight. The lasso's off. But do they have the physical to fight through this BKB? They don't. Duraccio pop the Requiem. iLTW trying to stand toe-to-toe with the lifesteal. Duraccio keeps himself alive. The root's out. iLTW gets taken down. Duraccio, he's going to live. Nobody going down. Team Tickles. Boom goes back in on the action. Setting up on the Kuroki. Finally falls, but he's got the Aegis. He's ready for a second round. And Nigma Galaxy, they are not. Turn with the root and the fear onto the storm. Do they have enough damage? Cookie over the side roars there. They actually have enough to take down Boom. What more can they get in? They're looking towards Celery and Tofu. Tofu slides down to the low ground. Celery will get finished off it by RMN. Tofu turning around with the kisses. RMN trying to get back in range with the Firefly. Tofu will miss the scatter blast. Lands the cookie though. Somehow RMN still alive here as he's able to TP out on minimal HP. As Nigma Galaxy, they do actually get quite a decent punch back. They bring down 3 heroes. The action hasn't finished yet, though, as Ace chases Mind Control back over to his half of the map to finish him off. So a little bit of a punch back there from Nigma Galaxy, but certainly not without their own casualties again.
Yeah, that was so close from Nigma Galaxy, killing Duraccio there. Funny enough, he has 4 points in stats, or at least he did at the start of that fight. If he had 1 less point in stats and had a point in raise, he dies there. I mean, it's just crazy how Dota works like that, but it just does. People find out a build on a hero like this, and it's just good because you can build some like little extra stats from those points, and it actually makes a difference in games. But that wraparound was amazing from Nigma Galaxy. Like, that was just such a nice wraparound, but not quite good enough with the deficit that they're at.
Yeah, they need a cleaner move, and they're going to go straight back in and try for it. iLTW and GH, they're just charging into the jungle. Let's see what they can do. Ace, BKB out. TP back over as well. Dracho ready to join the rest of the team if Nigma Galaxy continue to dive in upon Team Tickles.
Dyer's bottom
I like the
tower
Aces
holds
building into
sway.
Aghanim Shard. It's extremely good against Helm Dom 2. That's something that it didn't work at first. For some reason, you could eat the ancient creeps, but you could not eat the Helm of the Overlorded ancient creep. So that was a bug that got fixed. And so now Night Stalker is actually a pretty good counter to Beastmaster or Lycan. You just take out that ancient unit.
See another smoke from Nigma Galaxy. They look for Dracho. Punch the Manta turns. BKB's off. The lasso will still be used here by, remember, the zip for the backline boom. He's identified Croaky trying to get out once the silence comes to an end. They turn with the ball to fear as well. GH never locked down the Shadow Feet Dracho. He's keeping himself alive over the life steal. Dracho Requiem out. He's still surviving through it all. iLTW will get shot in the face there by Tofu. Zip forward from Boom. Boom with enough banner left to close in onto RMN. RMN will manage to get out of reach of Boom though, as Mind Control trying to turn and beat back at them all. But they have the numbers here, Team Tickles, as Nigma Galaxy have to continue to run. Jump forward with the cookie. Tofu trying to finish off Mind Control, but he hasn't got enough damage. Ace, nighttime hits. Ready to chase here with the ultimate. RMN and Mind Control kiting him up for now. The BKB comes up from Ace. Jump forward. He's in onto RMN. The bat will fall. Night Stalker ready to clean up more as Ace also chases down the Willa. Another attempt there from Nigma Galaxy. We see just consistently with these smokes. They're really trying to get a play going. And once again, just not enough. They do get the kill onto Dracho, but it's costing them their own momentum. Again, losing the big ones. RMN and iLTW dying in the middle of the
Dyer's
fray.
top tower is under attack. It fights
Yeah,
for its
I love
life.
the smokes from Nigma Galaxy. This is what they need to do, but they've used so many in such a frequent. Like, do they have any more? I think they're out of smoke.
I think they must be. That was pretty much, what, 3 in the last few minutes, it felt.
Yeah, unless they were hoarding them. Let me see. Do they have any? No, they're out of smoke. So they have to go back to a state of just kind of farming. And I think that probably favors Tickles just because you have the Night Stalker Storm combo. Like, if you're farming and split and Night Stalker presses ult, they'll see that you're split and then Storm just zips essentially globally and you're done for. So the positioning is going to need to be amazing from Nigma Galaxy until they get a smoke.
Yeah, with each moment we're seeing Dracho is just doing such a great job in picking up the farm. Still comfortably ahead of that of iLTW's Terrorblade. As you said at the start, one of iLTW's signature heroes, but so far Dracho able to outscale it pretty comfortably.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah,
is
I
under attack.
honestly would not
There is
have
little
guessed
it
that.
can do.
It's just not a common, occurrence. It's fairly new, carry SF, other than people
Radiant's bottom
memeing.
tower is under
It
attack.
does seem to scale really well. I mean, just with the Mask of Madness, he's man-fighting TV and, like, life-stealing himself twice. We've seen it. He's at 10% HP, 1 hit away from dying. He life-steals. He's at 10% HP, 1 hit away from dying. He life-steals again, and it's like, this guy just won't die. Imagine when he gets a Satanic, how hard it's going to be to kill him. RMN, they're trying to scout out action, but the ward is already set up. Punch the BKB, but the Lotus is out in time, so he's lassoed himself into position. Do you think he'll come out for Kuro, trying to protect RMN, but it's not going to save him. He goes down, Kuro using the cars, but Boom's able to play up to the side of it. Tofu does go down, but now Dracho's turned up and ready to help out. The BKB out from iLTW, but the save for Dracho pummels down Mind Control with a heavy physical damage. iLTW trying to TP out, but the Red Crims at the ready. Dracho cancelling the TP out with the fear. Triple kill for Dracho, 4 dead on Nigma Galaxy, as it's another fight falling flat on its face here for Nigma Galaxy. Team Tickles continue to charge ahead. Dracho off the back of that will be well on his way towards the Lincolns. Tier 2's taken at the top, and iLTW is just not getting the chance to fight. And again, the way this started, Celery, fantastic timing with the Lotus Orb.
No gale can stop the flames.
Both fights, the Lotus was incredibly important. Not a very common thing that you see on Treant, just straight up first item Lotus Orb, but so effective this game against the Winter's Curse, the Sunder, the Beastmaster Roar. And just look at this SF going to well. I like the iLTW like respect tips him too. He's like, oh, you clicked my TP, like you knew that my TP was gonna outlast the BKB. And then also the fact that this man is just surviving 10% HP every single fight. Other than that one. And that happens to be the fight where they wipe them and take a Barra.
Of course, off the back of that, Nigma Galaxy just didn't have the heroes up to hold. So a full set of wrecks taken, 15k lead, 28-13. Things continuing to look up and up here for Team Tickles.
Yeah, if they just walk into Roche, wait for it, it's going to respawn in 16 seconds. Surely they've timed it. They know it's coming in hot.
A lovely one here for Dracho to find as well. Picks up the Paladins. You'll see Iron Man. He's going to go for it, but the Lincolns was there. Dracho's going to be kept safe, but now the BKB, the man turns straight on towards Mind Control. Mind Control's gone. Croy focused on the backlines by Boom. You see the TP out just in time. This time iLTW will make it away. But once again, it's just bloodshed on the side of Nigma Galaxy. 2 heroes down, not able to take out anyone on Team Tickles. And we saw there, not prepared for the Lincolns. Lasso put to waste.
Dire's top tower is
one interesting side effect of having an SF carry is that you know that the enemy carry is probably going to buy a BKB.
He's ready to go and get aggressive. Aces there with the backup. They jump in on top of Iron Man. Overgrowth from Celery. Holds him down. RTW. So standing as audience underneath the tier 4s. They won't dive any further. See if he can maybe step in for a free stun double. Now he's going to have to opt for GH instead, as he can't dare get any closer to Dracho. As Team Tickles, they found the space, a second set of racks. There's still a tier 1 tower on the bottom lane, so plenty for Team Tickles to continue to work on, but they won't mind riding this one out any further. They're a comfortable 20k ahead, and it doesn't look like we're anywhere close to iLTW being able to carry against this SF right now.
Yeah, I feel like a good indication of a Terrorblade game being very hard is when you have to sunder your teammates, right? It's like when you're ahead, there's almost always like, you pop meta, you kill one guy, you know, one of the enemies is there with like full HP, a support or something like that, but to be so afraid because you don't have the items to escape and the enemy team is so strong, you have to sunder your teammates, like, all right, Jake, back to Fountain. It's just rough.
Oh, look at this hit from Boom. He's just straight into the midst of the 4 of them, ready to back out as well, just getting the information for his team. And the space is there. Dracho's able to finish off Roche, grab that Aegis. Nigma Galaxy not able to enter the pick in time. Mind Control goes to the launch. Tofu, see the fear coming out as well as they look at the target Dracho. RTW is trying to get past Dracho to get in towards the squishier kills. He's looking for Tofu, but Tofu's already been able to shoot down Mind Control. RTW, he can't find a target to hit. He's now trying to walk his way out of the fight. Boom commits to the back line to isolate the Wyvern. Shot to the back now, the Terrorblade blows up iLTW. 3 dead, only RMN and GH left alive as GH will manage to TP out. The 2 of them get back, but another disastrous fight here for Nigma Galaxy. As, I mean, iLTW, he just sort of looked completely lost there, so just strolling through the middle of the fight, he couldn't find anything to offer.
It certainly doesn't feel like it. I mean, the only hero that they can go on is Tofu on the Snapfire. It seems to be the only hero they can get a handle on, but this man is just solo killing Mind Control while everybody's running at it. Not a good situation to be in. The deficit is just too much. They don't have the items on Nigma Galaxy.
There we go, Team Tickles ready to bring more action. Straight in onto GH. GH goes down. The curse will come into play, but with the BKB up, Dracho's able to kite it up. Booms in with the control onto Iron Man. The goes set to will by Iron Man. Some safety, but they're chasing him down here. Ace stays on top of him. Double kill for the Night Stalker. We have RTW's team bidding aggressively on the front lines. They do it the fierce setup. BKB from RTW is able to run down the storm. It's got the damage. Will bring down Boom, but Ace, it brings up the triples. It brings up an ultra. Can you get more out of this? Ace, last game ended on a rampage. He's going to try for it again, but the Thunder is out. Ace getting healed up by the Leech Seed. Able to keep him alive. Mind Control jumping over Ace. Focused by the Beastmaster and taking hits from the towers. Ace does fall. Celery also goes down. It's a triple kill from iLTW. Nigma Galaxy, they are holding. There'll be a buyback from Celery. Dracho still the big target to take down. 3 minutes left on the Aegis as well.
I don't think they can kill him. This man is a raid boss. He's gonna kill.
He wants to win the game.
He's ending.
It's just like, actually, hang on. Are you playing the game now? He's gonna try to do some with the fairy tale. I know it. I mean, that's it. What a call. Oh, wait. I don't need to TP home. I can just win the game. And he does.
He just realized it. He's like,
hang on.